Hello, welcome to Strong and Slow Flow Yoga. And today we're going to have a summer solstice inspired practice. So, no, we're not going to do 108 sun salutations today. We will be heavy on sun salutations than we normally are. And then I will bring you different affirmations around summer in. So, summertime is a time of lots of fertility, lots of activity. It's a great time to manifest. There's all that kind of abundance energies and everything going around. So I'm going to give you different affirmations around that as we go. Prop wise, maybe a block or two here. Blanket is, for me, it's going to be mainly for Shavasana, but you can also use it as a knee cushion when we do a low lunge as needed. So let's go ahead and get started. So find a good supporting mountain. So you want to stand hip width apart. So where your hip bones are, knees and feet are going to stand in that alignment. Everything's pointing forward. See if you can zip up and in just a little bit here through the center line, but try not to zip in so deeply that you can't breathe or be here and move comfortably. And then arms can be out to the side. Envision ears, shoulders, hips, ankles in alignment. Knees can be a little soft. And just notice for a moment that breath. So no changes, just noticing. Is that breath calm, smooth, rapid, choppy? Do you breathe in and out through the mouth? In and out through the nose, or a combination? Do you breathe with your shoulders? So in other words, do your shoulders lift and lower with that breath? Do you have expansion of the rib cage when you inhale? Or do you breathe with the belly? Now, for the purposes of our practice, I'm going to encourage you to expand the rib cage as much as possible on your inhales. And then from here, once you're ready, big inhale and reach, taking arms all the way up, maybe looking at the hands. We'll come down to heart center. So I am going to give you summer solstice like affirmations, but if you need a different intention today, please feel free to set that here. What would you like to give or receive from practice? And we'll take that up. Good. From here, good. Just let the knees bend as you come down. Hips, knees, and toes are going to track, pressing through the feet and the legs as you come up. And go again. So nice and gentle for right now. Good. And we'll come all the way up. So we're going to take a temple mudra here. Let's just scoot back a little bit. Good. Reaching all the way up. See if you can squeeze the ears with the arms. Find that center line of engagement. Try not to shift the hips out. Try to keep them in line with the ankles. And could you get a nice side bend towards the left? As you come to the left, notice if you're in a rotation because you're collapsing forward. I promise I'll get my words out. And could you open that back up, shoulders in line with the hips? Expand that rib cage. And then from here, using the obliques, coming back up. And we'll go over again. Reaching. And breathing and coming back up from here. Good. From here, just take that down. Roll everything around. Maybe forward. Good. And let's get some gentle rotation in here. So for this one, move in the way that your body wants you to move. So your hips and knees are going to move. I like to do a little bounce with my knees here. Sometimes I like to just reach. You don't have to do the reach. That's just what feels good to me. So that's where I'm going to go. Good. And then from here, once you're ready, let's take this into some standing cat-cow. So what we're doing is we're preparing the spine for some deeper work, for the forward bends, for the back bends, all of that. And so from here, good, I'm back at my hip width apart. I'm just going to bend my knees here. My back is going to be flat to start. My hands are on the thighs. Good. And I'm just going to tuck the tail and round. There's your cat. There's your flexion. And then tilt the pelvis back, chest forward. There's your extension, the cow pose. So move your spine here in the way that it needs. So maybe extension is not good for you. So maybe you just keep a flat back on that part. Maybe flexion is not good for you. So you just keep a flat back on that part. So operate where you need to operate. Good. And then from here, coming back to the flat back, pressing through the feet and the legs, coming to standing. So let's come into a half sun salute here. The first affirmation that I'm going to give you is I am open and receptive to all the abundance the universe offers. I am open and receptive to all the abundance that the universe offers. Big inhale and reach. Excuse me. Let's try that again. Big inhale and reach. Exhale. Bend those knees on this first one and fold. Maybe hands coming to the blocks. And remember, your blocks are 3 different heights, so customize this. Let the head and neck be free. Good. Pressing through the feet and the legs, lifting, lengthening. So if you don't have blocks today, hands can also come to the shins or the thighs if you can't touch the floor. And exhale and we'll fold, bending the knees. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, pressing through the feet and the legs. Exhale and we'll bow. Good. From here, pressing through the feet and the legs, we'll come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, modified sun salute A. Big inhale and we'll reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. From here, place the hands, step or hop back into the plank and hold your plank. Knees can come down if needed. You can also come to forearms here. Find a little bit of length in the torso, maybe a little bend in the elbows here. And then from here, dropping the knees, untucking the toes, elbows turn forward. Try not to collapse the shoulders as you lower all the way down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. From here, hands a little forward into the side, rolling the shoulders back. Good. Maybe we press up into a little bit of a baby cobra here. Shoulders away from the ears, no crunching if that's okay. Maybe a medium or a high cobra. And then we'll lower that down with control and intention. Good. From here, as you come up, press through the right hand, looking over right shoulder. How high you come here depends on your own body. And then we'll come down. Good. Coming back through center, low, medium, or high. And lower. Same thing, up and press through the left, looking over left shoulder. And coming down. One more time through center, small, medium, or high. Those of you that have it and want to go there, feel free to tuck the toes. Find your full upward facing dog. And then from here, we'll lower down. Okay. Hands back under the shoulders. Stronger, more experienced yogis can tuck the toes, push up into plank, shift back to down dog, or follow me through a tabletop position, and then finding your down dog. So check in with good down dog form here. Fingers are spread wide. You're rooting in the knuckles of the pinky, pointer, and thumb. There's an in and forward energetic push into the hand here. Ears are by the biceps. Pressing evenly into big toe and pinky toe mounds. Shoulders away from the ears. Elbows are turning more in alignment with your pointer and middle finger. Elbows can be a little bit bent here if needed. From your down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. I'm just really loving my blocks today. Exhale and we'll bow. Let the head and neck hang free here for a moment. Pressing into the feet and the legs. We'll rise all the way up. Exhale hands to heart center. Good. Now, we're going to take 3 sun salutations here. And you choose if you want to hold the plank when you come back, if you want to skip the vinyasa portion and go to down dog or child's pose. If you are going to take the flow, you know your options. We just went through that. So pick what feels best for your body. I'm going to scoot back a little bit here because I don't need my blocks on this one. Good. So from here, find your center line of engagement. Find that breath. Inhale. Exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Planting the hands. Stepping or hopping back into plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. From downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Pressing through the feet and the legs. We're going to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Going right into number 2. Inhale and we'll lift. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, pressing through the feet and the legs. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. I'm going to skip this one. From downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. From here, pressing into the feet and the legs, we'll rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Number 3, inhale and we'll lift. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. From here, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. From downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, we'll bow. From here, pressing through the feet and the legs, we'll rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We'll do that again. We're going to add on this time. So from here, big inhale and we'll reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. From here, planting the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip the flow. I'll skip this one. From the downward facing dog, inhale, left leg lift 3-point, bending that left knee, shifting forward, stepping or picking up and putting the left foot forward between the hands. Good. Right knee's going to come down and behind the hip. Before you move, find your length in the torso. So try not to collapse and fold all in here. Use blocks if you need to help you find it. Good. Nice long line from crown to tail as best as you can. Front heel is also grounded. Knee is over behind that ankle. Good. Now from here, right hand's going to be on the block or on the floor. Find the length, open to the left. And we'll take that down. Left hand on the block or the floor on the outside of the left foot, open to the right. And taking that back down. Good. Blocks forward, plant the hands, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, front foot steps back, take or skip a flow. From the downward facing dog when you're ready, right leg will lift 3 points, bending that right knee, shifting forward, stepping or picking up and putting the right foot forward between the hands. Left knee's going to come down. Good. Knee is over behind the ankle, heel is grounded. Find the length. Use those blocks as needed. And then the left hand is going to come to the block or to the floor, open to the right. Coming back down, right hand to the floor or a block on the outside of the right foot, open to the left. And then we'll take that back down. From here, tucking the back toe, lifting the back knee, front foot steps back, take or skip a flow. Once you've made it to your downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. From here, planting the feet, rooting through the legs, will come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We're going to move into a sun salute B. Sun salute B. So if you have a balance or a low back issue, I want you to follow me with legs hip width apart. If that doesn't apply to you, you can step your feet and legs together. Okay. So from here, big inhale, exhale, we'll sit back into the chair. Hips, knees, and toes are tracking here if you're hip width apart. Good. Keep a nice long back here. And let your arms go where your shoulders let them go. So some of you are like me, arms can be by the ears, others need to be more forward. So find it where you need to find it. Breathing. How about, I am aligned with the energy of my highest self. I am aligned with the energy of my highest self. Inhale, exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll fold. From here, planting the hands. Get step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. From down dog, the left leg's going to lift 3 points, bending that knee. Good. Let's open to the left here. So I'm pressing strongly through the right leg. Strong, even upper body. And then we'll take the hip and the knee even to the floor. Shifting forward, stepping or picking up and putting the right foot forward between the hands. Now you're welcome to bring in a block or two here for stability, but I'm going to give some options for different bodies. Some of you are going to do well if you stay in this parallel railroad track like a high lunge, because maybe your low back, your hip, your knee doesn't like the warrior one, and that's fine. Those of you that are safe to go into warrior one from the right hip, everything will turn out 45-ish degrees. Everyone will press into that front heel as you come up. Front hip will come back and reach. So I'm pressing into the front heel. I'm in warrior, so I'm pressing through the back heel, back edge of the foot. If you're in high crescent, press back through the heel, but your heel won't be grounded. Inhale, exhale. Good. Use that center line of engagement to control the leg, And to control the body on the way back down, planting the hands, swivel up the back foot, front foot steps back, take or skip a flow. We'll find your good down dog form. From down dog, right leg's gonna lift 3-point, bending that knee. Let's open up to the right. Strong through that left leg. Shoulders are even. I just caught myself lifting my right shoulder. And we'll take that hip and knee back even to the floor. We'll shift forward, step, or pick up and put the right foot forward between the hands. So again, use the block for stability if you need it. Stay upright and parallel if you need it, or from the hip, turn out about 45-ish degrees. Pressing into that front heel will rise. So you're in warrior one or high crescent, front hip will come back. The front hip coming back helps that knee track towards the pinky toe a little bit better. Good, and again, finding that center line. Good. Finding the control on the descent. Hands come to the floor, swivel up the back foot, front foot steps back, take or skip a flow. From downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. From here, pressing through the feet and the legs. We'll come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now, we're going to do that again. We're going to add a little bit of a balance component onto the chair. So be mindful of that. So again, it's going to be a little bit easier maybe if you're hip width apart. We're going to come up onto the toes. It'll be easier or harder for some of you, depending on perspective, to take this together. I'm going to do hip width apart. And I'm also going to encourage you, be honest with yourself where you are. If you've got a lot of knee issues or weak ankles, lifting up on the toes here may not be the best idea. So you can always keep your feet grounded. Okay. So from here, once you're ready, good. I'm going to find my chair. Now, once you've settled in your good chair form, if you're going to go there, you can lift the heels and breathe. And breathe. We're still breathing. Now, some of you may lower your heels here. Others, see where you can go. So my heels are still lifted. I'm looking straight ahead. Now again, more challenge still. If it's appropriate for you, heels can come down at any time. Maybe you find that chair position again. And then from here, lowering the heels and take a forward fold. Feels good to get out of there. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. From here, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. I'll skip this one. Good. From your good down dog form, left leg's going to lift 3-point. Bending that knee. Let's open that up to the side. We'll take the hip and knee back even to the floor. Good. Keeping center line, shifting forward, stepping, or pick up and putting the left foot forward between the hands. So choose your form here. Are you going to stay in the crescent lunge, or are you going to rotate from that right hip into the warrior one? So pressing into the front heel, find your warrior one or your high crescent. Front hip will come back. Good. Zipping up. Good. Now maybe we want to open our heart to something new today. We see some more energy, the energy that comes with summer, with the solstice. Memory serves, I believe it's full moon week too. There's a lot of energy surrounding that. And we'll come back up. Good. Controlled descent on the down. Hands plant, swivel up back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. From here, right leg's gonna lift 3-point, bending that knee, open up to the side. And maybe, a summer thought or summer question. So what do you like about summer? So it's no secret, I do not like the heat, so I don't like that part of summer. But I love fresh produce that comes because we have summer, and I'm in a CFA. So I love that part of my summer, just the fresh food, the flavors of the food being in season. Good hip, knee, and toes are going to come back even to the floor. Shifting forward, stepping or pick up and putting the right foot forward in hands. Choose your lunge or take that warrior prep. It's a rotation from the hip and then pressing into that front heel. Good. Find your crescent or your warrior one. Front hip will come back. And once again, maybe if you want to open, you can open. And then from here, we'll reach. Big inhale, exhale, slow and controlled. It helps if you press back through the back leg when you take your descent here. Swiveling up the back foot, front foot steps back, take or skip a flow. Hopefully noticing that your body is a lot more looser now than it was maybe when we first started. From the down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. From here, pressing through the feet and the legs, we'll rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding the breath, the mountain, and intention. Good. All right. So from here, we're going to do some step backs into warrior two. From there, we'll go into a triangle and a pyramid variation. So this is where you really want to have your blocks if you've got them. So from here, good. I'm going to step back with my right foot. So my left leg is forward. Good. Find your up crescent here. And then from the hip, good. We'll rotate that out to the side. Now you've got your warrior two. Good. Your front hip will come back. That'll help the knee track better towards the pinky toe. Try to keep your hips where they are and then open the chest to the side. So warrior two is a twist. Good. We're going to reach. Now, even though this is a really strong pose, and maybe you're engaging into both of the heels, and I hope you are, where could you soften just a little bit more here? I trust the universe is bringing my desires into reality. I trust that the universe is bringing my desires into reality. Then from here, we'll lengthen that front leg. And here we go, preparing to go into that triangle. So your left hip, your front hip is going to come back. The back hip's going to come forward. Root your feet in like you're trying to rip your mat apart. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. When you can come no more, take a thigh, take a chin. Block any height. Outside's going to be easier than on the inside. And then we're going to open that up. So you want to stop your hand right over the shoulder and focus on opening the chest without the arm going farther back. And then from here, once ready, looking down at that front foot, putting a bend in that front knee. Good. Your right hand's going to come down. I'm going to take my other block. And then I'm going to swivel up my back foot. So from here, good. Once I'm in place here, I'm going to find my length in the torso, and then I'm going to lengthen that left leg to the best of my ability. Now, remember, your hamstring is in charge. So if it says no, it really does mean no. So you can stay here. If it says yes, then you can maybe walk the hands and blocks more forward, ears by the biceps. And then from here, good. I'm going to bring my hands and blocks back under my shoulders. Good. I'm going to find that lift, put a bend in that knee. Good. Planting my hands, front foot steps back, take or skip a flow. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll fold. Let the knees bend on this fold. And then when ready, good. Pressing through the feet and the legs, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And we'll do that to the other side. So I'm just going to move my blocks over here. So now we're going to step the left leg back. The left leg is going to step back this time. Good. We kind of find that high crescent first. Good. And then from the hip, we'll turn that out. Good. Front hip's going to come back to kind of help that knee track a little bit. Make sure we're engaged in the center line. We're going to open to the side and reach. And look over the front. And just like on the other side, even though you may be strong in both heels, and I hope that you are, where could you soften just a little bit more here? Be a little bit more at ease. We'll lengthen that front leg. Front hip comes back hip comes forward. And once you're ready, good, root into the mat like you're trying to rip the mat apart. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. When you can come no more, take a thigh, take a shin, take your block to the floor, and we'll open up. Good. Hand stops right over the shoulder. Open the chest without taking the arm back. How about I am growing and evolving every single day. I am growing and evolving every single day. Looking down at that front foot, putting a bend in that front knee. Good, left hand's gonna come down. I'm gonna grab my other block. I'm gonna swivel up my back foot. Good, finding some length in that torso. And then when you're ready, lengthen that front leg. Remember, hamstring is in charge. So if it says no, it really means no. It doesn't mean maybe, it means no. And so again, if your hamstring says yes, and you know you've got more depth, you can walk the hands or the blocks more forward. If it says no, stay where you are. And even with the back foot, make sure you're pressing evenly into the big toe and pinky toe mounds. From here, if you took the hands more forward, we'll bring them back in line with the shoulders. Putting a bend in that front knee. Good. And then once you're safe, you can take the blocks to the side, plant the hand, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. And once you have completed that, back to your downward facing dog, go ahead and drop the knees here. Good. And then we're going to come to a seat, and we're going to come to a boat pose. A boat pose. So Different boats for different people. You're gonna draw up and in, find that center line of engagement. Good. You can walk the toes back. You can keep the toes on the floor. Back stays long in boat. You can lift a little bit. You can come to tabletop legs. You can reach the legs long. Okay. You can let go. Find your boat. Find it. Zip up and in. Woo. And then once you're ready, cross the ankles, come forward, find the downward facing dog. From down dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and we'll bow. Pressing through the feet and the legs, we'll rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last two, sun salute here. Big inhale and reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. From here, pressing into the hands, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip a flow. From downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet the hand. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. From here, pressing through the feet and the legs, we'll rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last sun salute of this class. Big inhale and we reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. From here, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip the flow. Good. Once you've made it to your down dog, drop those knees. Find a nice child's pose here. Knees can be together as wide as the mat, somewhere in between. Arms can be long in front of you or back by the ankles. Find what feels good. Coming back to your intention. And when ready, hands under the shoulders. And we'll press up to a seat. Now I'm going to bring my blanket in here. I'm going to sit on it. And we're going to come to a wide legged forward fold. A wide legged forward fold. I'm just going to take my legs out to the side here. Scooting my hips back just a little bit. So you can always leave a little bend in the knees here or put something underneath there to support them. But hips, knees, and toes are facing the ceiling. Big inhale and reach. Exhale from the hips, long back. Good. When you can come no more at that long back, your hands can come down. And then you've got options. You can stay here. You can hold on to the shins. Maybe you take the toes. Good. Lengthen that spine. However, I celebrate my achievements and honor my journey. I celebrate my achievements and honor my journey. And once ready, good. Carefully come back up. Now, we're going to do a gentle twist and a fold here. So both legs open is considered more advanced. If you need a modification, follow me. I'm going to take the right foot on the inside of that left thigh. And then from here, big inhale and reach. I'm going to rotate to the left and fold over the left. Find that length as you fold. Good. Breathe into that back body. then from here, good. We'll carefully come up from there and back to center. If you're doing the modified version, good. Right leg will go long. Left foot's going to come in. Big inhale and reach. We're going to rotate to the right and fold to the right. It feels so good to this area right here, quadratus laborum. When it's really tight, it causes a lot of low back pain. And then once you're ready, carefully come up from there. Good. From here, we're going to come onto our back, onto the back. And I'm going to have my blanket handy because I'm going to use it for Shavasana, but I don't want it right now because we're going to bridge first. So I'm going to take myself down here. And maybe, you need to fix your pants, your shirt, whatever it is that you have. Good. I'm just going to kind of roll my shoulders forward and back here for a moment. Kind of getting the sense of the support of the mat and where that needs to be. Good. And then from here, palms are facing down. My hips, knees, and toes are tracking parallel hip width apart. Careful not to take the heels too close or too far away here. And then pressing into the arms, the shoulders, and the feet, finding that center line of engagement. I'm going to lift up into the bridge. And now I'm really pressing my shoulders and my hands into the mat here. And breathing. And then from here, good. I'll gently lower all the way down. And once you come all the way down, bring one knee at a time into the chest, grab behind the knee. Let's find a little bit of a low back stretch and release. And then 1 foot at a time can come to the floor. Good. We're going to take the left ankle over the right knee. We're going to find a figure 4 here. So this might be your figure 4 today, just staying here. You might engage the abs and bring it in closer to the face. You might thread it through. If you're threading through, you want the upper body to stay grounded. And if you're kind of grabbing here, grab the ankle, try not to grab the foot. That's a habit pattern that I'm trying to get out of myself here. Breathing, releasing any tension. I'm feeling a lot of tension release from the low back and the hip. Then I'm gently going to release all the way back down to the floor and undo that ankle. I'm going to press my feet into the floor and I'm going to lift my hips and shift my hips over to the left. And then I'm going to cross the left leg over the right leg. And I'm going to let the knees and everything fall to the right. Now, if that doesn't feel good to you today for whatever reason, undo that wrap and just do a basic supine twist. Well, I am grateful for the abundance that is flowing into my life. I am grateful for the abundance that is flowing into my life. And then head back to center. If you need to undo to take one leg back out of center, go ahead and do that. Try to use your abs. Bring everything back in nice and controlled. We'll uncross the leg, press into the feet, take the hips back center. If you need a little wiggle here, let yourself have that. And then we're going to take that to the other side. Now I'm going to take the right ankle over the left knee. Good. You can stay here, or you can bring it in for figure 4. You can thread it through, find it where you need to find it. And then we'll gently release. Good. We'll undo the legs, pressing into the feet. Lift the hips, shift them all the way over to the right. Cross the right leg over the left leg. And then let those knees fall to the left, maybe looking to the right. This feels so wonderful to the outside of my hip. And then using your abdominals, bringing the legs back into center, undoing the leg, pressing into the feet, taking the hips back to center, and maybe a wiggle here. If the knees need to come back into the chest one more time, give yourself what it needs. And we're going to set up for a short Shavasana here. So I'm going to bring my blanket in for a little bit of a neck pillow. Good. My feet will come down. So you can let everything come long and flop open. You can be in constructive rest. You can be on your side. You can be on your belly. Be where you can be and be comfortable without fidgeting, checking your phone, that sort of thing. You can bring in any props that you want that would be supportive to you. And then the final affirmation I'll give you today is every day in every way, I am attracting more abundance into my life. Every day and every way, I am attracting more abundance into my life. And taking some deep breaths here. So you are welcome to stay in stillness, or you can invite some movement in the fingers and the toes, or a gentle tilting of the head from side to side. You can choose stillness or bringing knees into the chest. You can choose stillness, maybe moving any props out of the way if you used any, and finding a nice satisfactory full body stretch, reaching from fingers to toes. And then gently bending in the knees, rolling over to your right or left side, the side that works best for you in this moment. Taking all the time that you need here. And when you're ready, bringing yourself up to a comfortable seat where we often, but not always, start our practice. Sitting up nice and tall, considering ears, shoulders, and hips, noticing how you feel. Fingertips to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, reach, and lengthen, touching palms together. Exhale as you bring down, stop the thumbs right over the forehead for good and true thoughts. To the lips for good and kind words. And to the heart for open and loving hearts. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted. No gain is ever reversed. May you be safe. May you stay well. May you have a wonderful day, evening, week, month, season ahead. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video and my other videos, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.